Hi there, my name is Lewis, and today I'm going to be making historical foods. Hi there! In today's video, we are going to be looking at foods from the New Nation era. Now, this era got its name from the settlers expanding westward along with other settlers coming into America and settling into already established states. The defining factor of the new era food is the very simplistic food. As people had to move out east or people were settling into this new area, they didn't have a lot to go off of. So most foods were foraged or homegrown or locally hunted. A lot of foods also came over from European countries. Settlers from different countries brought over their own traditional foods too. So things like pies from England, sausages from Germany, and just a whole lot of other ethnic foods were brought over to America. A lot of the foods in this era were also very lightly spiced and very easy to make. There was a lot of boiling and cooking, and really that was it. Anyway, today I'm going to be making fried sausage, pea pudding, and onion soup. So, let's get into it. Starting off, I'm just making a quick simple bread that's going to go alongside the onion soup. During this era, bread started to rise in popularity as wheat flour became more accessible to most people. Along with that, the invention of sourdough bread came about, allowing people to make bread without needing yeast, which at the time was very expensive. Bread could also be easily bought at local bakeries. Bread was a very common dish around this time as it was very filling and it could easily be paired alongside many things. There are also a lot of different types of bread like cornbread, yeasted bread, sourdough bread, penny loaves, just a lot of different varieties. To make this bread, just combine yeast, honey, salt, and water mixed together, let it set, add in the flour, mix it, let that set before taking it out to knead it, and then letting it set again for about 30 minutes, before cooking it for 22 minutes, and taking the lid off for 8 minutes to let it cook. One final time to get a nice golden crust. Pea pudding is a very simple recipe. All you really have to do is boil peas and then mash them. This meal was popular as it's a fairly filling dish. Peas were also very easily accessible as many people grew them in their gardens. To make pea pudding, you just have to soak the peas for a bit before boiling them in a pudding cloth for up to 3 hours. Puddings were very popular recipes as, again, they were fairly filling and also very easy to make. While they did take a lot of time, there's not that much that goes into it. This recipe is also just a good way to use up peas. Onion soup was popular for a similar reason. Onion was an easy and plentiful food to grow, leading to many recipes calling for them. Onion soup is first prepared by mixing flour and butter to caramelize the onions. Caramelizing onions does take longer than expected, so be warned. As the onions caramelize, start up a beef broth. This is the base of the soup. Alongside that, cream together some egg whites and cream to kind of just add a bit more to the soup. Onion soup was very popular as it was very individual. What I mean by that is you could really add anything you wanted to the soup. The onion soup itself is a nice base. You can pair it with bread, which is what I'm doing. You could also throw in multiple different vegetables like carrots, potatoes, rhubarbs, rutabaga, things like that. This dish also has a very special spice mix in it, the Fraser's mix, which was a very popular spice mix at that time, which contained nutmeg, allspice, cloves, and black pepper. This really adds a lot of extra flavor to the soup, unlike a lot of the other dishes that we've had in the past. Finally, we got sausages. Fried sausages are very easy to make. You just fry some pre-made sausages in butter. Sausages became popular in America as German immigrants started to come to the country. They would often sell their sausages and other German foods in food carts. Sausages were popular as they were kind of quick filling meals. And normally you could do a lot with the leftover residue, like fry cabbage in it, which is what I ended up doing. And there you got the New Nation spread. Here we have a large amount of food that is prepared using homegrown and locally sourced meats and vegetables. Each dish is very simple as technology at the time was not very advanced, especially in the kitchen. These foods were all made to be very filling as people were currently expanding westwards and working on local farms. So food had to be filling. And that's not really something we have to worry too much about. But anyway, let's dig in. Kind of what the food looks like. It's been a bit butchered by me. Whoopsie. I did eat some of it already, but the all authentic taste test. So normally the onion soup is normally just eaten with bread dipped in it. So, dipped in the bread, it's very good. It adds a kind of caramely onion taste to it. Along with that, you can get some of the allspice and nutmeg in it. So it adds a very nice flavor to the bread by itself. By itself, it's very similar. The allspice and nutmeg really comes through. Again, it's a very liquidy soup. There's not much really to make it thick. There was a bit of cream added, but really that's it. But the onions are very nice in it. They're very sweet because of the caramelization. So it's very nice. The most British looking thing on the planet, the pea pudding. It's just mashed peas. That's what it tastes like. If you like peas, try it. If you don't like it, oh god, don't try it. Sausage and the grazed cabbage. Now the sausage itself was kind of like a pre-made thing, but I don't know. Let's see how it tastes with the cabbage. It's good. I mean, the sausage is, as I said, just a pre-made sausage, and I would say I cooked it pretty well. And I like the cabbage. The cabbage has like an extra flavor to it as it was cooked in the same pan where the onions were caramelized and where the sausage was cooked. Overall, this is probably my second favorite meal out of the ones I've made. I really like the food in this, with the slight exception of the peas. But yeah, here we got the new era.